Hello everyone, welcome to the class. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Emily.
And today we are doing 10 texture paste techniques. It's hard to say.
10 different ways to use your texture paste.
Yeah, we have all kinds of fun ways.
We're so excited to show you. A lot of these are brand new to us too, that we just invented today.
Yeah, we invented it today. Because we just tried it out. We're like, I wonder if this would work. So we tried it and it worked.
It did. Yeah. So we're going to show our secrets with you.
Yes, texture paste secrets. Hello, Leslie and Bo. Welcome.
Welcome. Hi.
So we're going to go through the 10. We have lots of stuff out to play with, all different kinds of texture paste. And then we'll be dealing with stencils and embossing folders and
die cutting
and actually stamping even.
Yeah.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah.
I'm really excited.
We're very excited. Hi, Jess.
Hello. All right. So let's get started.
Cool. Let's do it.
I have my list here, my secret list. Don't read it. Secret.
Super secret.
But so the first thing we're gonna do stencils with embossing powder.
Yes.
With the texture paste.
Yes.
Okay. This is the new thing that we tried today.
Yes. Rachel came up with this brilliant idea. I'm so excited to share this.
I was just looking at a product on our website and I looked next to it. It was like embossing powder. I was like, wait a minute. What if we put that on top?
Combined them.
What would it look like?
This is a really cool technique. So obviously you use your texture paste or stencil butter, whatever type you use with stencils, but we're going to use the transparent one, right? With the embossing powder?
You can do either way. So like you could use the transparent, I could use a color.
Yeah. Because we could show both different ways with like colored embossing powder.
Yes.
Yeah. So we have these circles because the circles turned out really cool. Rachel has the small size. I have a medium. And then this is just TCW's. Oh, wait. I don't want to use that one. Let's use the transparent matte. This is from Ranger texture paste. So this is number 1.
Yeah. Flora's here. Hello.
Hi,
Texas.
Flora.
And I'm going to be using Simon Hurley's Lunar Paste, the Refined Copper. So this is his newest color.
Nice.
It's so pretty. It looks really great on black.
Yeah, that is really, really pretty on the black.
And also, before I start, I want to get my embossing powder ready too. Yeah, because you do want to put it on while it's wet. So I have gold, clear. Which one did you want to use?
I'll use whatever. I like the gold, but
I know I like all of it.
I mean, I could do any one. We have
some maybe I'll do some of this marigold on top. Oh, that would be really pretty.
Yeah, because it's kind of the same. I'll do the gold.
All right, let's get to texture pasting.
We're doing it.
So if you just joined, we are doing 10 texture paste techniques. Bo just got some lunar paste. I've not played with it. Okay. It's so fun. It's just, lunar paste is your basic texture paste. Comes in a lot of fun colors.
It works great on, the lunar paste. I thought she was saying this. I was thinking the solar.
Oh, yeah. There also is solar.
The solar paste.
Which is not, like, colored. It's
really
more
good
like,
on the black and gives you, like, a nice sheen.
Yeah.
Look.
So this, you can, like, mix it with other things or, we will get to that one later.
I'm just doing a section here. I'm actually just using my craft journal. This is Dina Wakely. And I'm trying to do a kind of even layer here, you know. Yeah. Just in general with stenciling.
Nice and even.
Nice and smooth.
And I like the plastic palette knives. You can use the metal ones too, whatever you prefer. I just find these ones easier to clean. I hate cleaning. It's the worst.
It's not fun cleaning when you're crafting.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to
get that on there. And I'm not doing the whole thing. I'm just kind of did it sporadically.
And we do have a little bucket here full of water. We're gonna throw our stencils in.
You don't want that texture paste to dry.
Yeah.
Because then it will be harder to wash off. You would have to get out soap and you have to soak it. I don't even know.
Again, just avoid the cleaning.
Don't want to do that. Oh yeah, so the difference between the solar paste and a lunar paste Lunar pastes are all like the different colored texture pastes.
Mm-hmm.
Solar pastes are more more transparent, kind of a little bit of shimmer. So they're made to like go over things or to mix things, or you could use it as is too, I guess. Okay. We're gonna get messy today. I'm just throwing that there.
It's gonna be messy. I'm using just regular gold embossing powder from Ranger here on my texture paste, and I'm gonna try to get this back in my jar here as clean as I can. We'll see.
I have marigold from Ranger. Yeah, we'll see if this will.
I'm like, how do I do
I need a
this
paper to put this on.
Yeah,
this
that's
is
what I
not
was
well
thinking.
thought out. Here. Just use your
paper towel.
Yeah, that works too.
Let's see.
So I got my texture paste on there, and I'm getting off the extra embossing powder.
And I like to flick it too.
Yeah.
Like
I just blow mine.
Yeah. So there it is, not heat set yet. It already looks really cool. And just with the texture paste, it gives it a little more of a lift. That worked well with the napkin if you guys needed
that works.
That actually worked out. Alright. So
so then
you want to do ours at the same time? Try to do it next to each other. So they don't. Alright, let's see if we can. This might take a second here.
Yeah. So then you just heat it. And it takes a minute, but you'll get a embossed look, but like also that 3D texture paste look. It looks so cool.
It is really cool. Here Rachel's is starting to. That's the best part too with embossing powder is watching it kind of turn the color and get shiny.
I love that shiny part.
And it does, I mean, it takes a second, I think, with any embossing powder.
Yeah.
I feel like this is doing it down here a little bit.
Yeah. Seeing some on the edges there. It's going to take twice as long since we're doing two.
Yeah.
But if you have a smaller project, it won't take as long.
Yeah, you can use this time to clean up your stencils. Oh, there it is. It's starting to turn a little bit.
Yeah.
Got some good color. Yours is cool. It's like a yellow.
Yeah, it's like
gold.
More of like a yellowish gold. It's called marigold.
I could show them that. It looks pretty good. Trying to heat mine up here too. Let's see. Give it a little love.
Also depends on how thick you put it on.
Yeah, I might have used.
You might have went a little bit thicker than me.
Thick.
But that's all right.
I think it's happening.
Oh, there it is.
Here it goes, guys. Can you see it?
Can you see the magic?
Can you see it?
Yes. Isn't it mesmerizing to watch?
Oh my gosh. And it kind of crackles.
Can you see that right there on the edge?
Yeah. I'm trying to move the heat tool so you can see it, okay?
It's magic.
Isn't that cool? You can do that.
And then what we thought, it looks kind of like foil. Like
when
a
it's
really
done.
fun gold foil, depending what color you use.
Yeah,
but
it definitely gives a new look and a little bit more texture, obviously, to the embossing powder rather than using it with just, you know, your regular Versamark or whatever you use. That looks cool.
I love that.
You can see it on the screen how it's the lighter gold. Yeah. We can show you a little closer up though too. We don't have two heat tools, so yeah, doesn't it look like foil?
It's like 3D foiling.
And then when you touch it, it's thick. It has this thick layer because of the texture paste. So it's just a really cool, just a fun way even to use your embossing powder if you have a lot of embossing powder at home.
And you can experiment with different colors, see what you want to do. Yeah. Possibilities are endless. Okay, so if you look here, this is heat applied, and over here it's not. But look at that shine. Isn't that fun? So this would make a great background for a card or stick it. I would even use this for layout. Maybe it could be a background for my photo
or for
or my
your
art journal. Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, it looks really cool.
I love that.
Looks awesome.
So again, I use the refined copper paste with marigold on top. That's how we got that look.
And then here's mine.
And what did you use?
I used the
transparent matte.
Yep. And then I used the Ranger Gold embossing powder. Yeah, there you go.
Put that lid on there.
So here's this. You can see it kind of does like a little crackle. So there's like the texture in there from the texture paste. This side isn't heat set yet, but this part is.
It's so pretty.
And it dries hard, and then it's just this like super thick, really cool gold. Yeah, I don't know, the gold with the circles. Sorry, it makes it look like buttons. So buttons.
Yeah, I love it.
So yeah, it's a very cool, super fun technique. We've just never seen that before. So we wanted that to be our first one.
We just invented it today.
Yeah. So that's a lot of fun.
I love it.
Okay. A little time consuming with heating, I would say.
Yeah.
But on our end, just being live, we want to make sure we show you guys everything. But yeah, it's super fun. You should try it.
Yes. Okay, so that was our stencils with embossing powder and paste.
Perfect.
Number 2, we are going to use embossing folders. Okay, so we're going to set this aside.
I always thought it was confusing, like that embossing powder, and then there was also embossing folders.
And they're like 2 different things.
Very different.
Very different.
Yeah, so yes, so next we have I have this pretty floral embossing folder.
I have some bricks. And we experimented a little bit with this.
We did, yeah.
And some embossing folders may not work as well as others.
Seems some work
I don't know why.
Yeah, we're not sure. Maybe it's us.
Could be us. Could be like the paper you use or the paste you use. You just have to kind of play around with it.
Yes.
So, but we're going to show you the ways that do work. So you don't have to try to guess. Okay, so in here I was going to do a couple of different like colors and spread them around.
I'm in the folder.
Yeah, right? Inside the folder. And then the thing about this is you want to wash that right away. I'm going to put this right into the water right after.
And then I'm going to apply it directly on top of my paper. Right?
Yep.
And then I'll put it in my folder.
Yeah. So kind of the same technique, but a tiny bit different.
Just a little different.
Yeah.
And we can show you how that looks different. So I'm using TCW's Pink Lemonade. I love this color.
Oh, yeah. I love that one too.
It's just a super pretty pearly pink. And we're going to be using,
I have some watermelon and eggplant, and I'll probably use that too.
Yeah.
So you want to keep it kind of light in here. You don't want, and also it depends what side too. Let's see. I want to be on this side. Wait, yes. Okay. It took us a minute to figure that out. Yes, I want this to be here because it's going to be pushing it into my paper. Yes. Okay. This morning we're like, wait, what? Why did we do it?
Yeah,
we were thinking too hard about this.
Yeah. And you do want to I was quite shocked at how little you need because it definitely presses it out from the pressure of your die cutting machine. So you don't need like a whole bunch. And then also depending on what style you want, like Rachel's doing kind of random colors and random spots. I'm going to try to color my whole paper. But you could just do random parts of it here and there. It doesn't have to be, perfect. And that might even make it look cooler, I think. So I'm just putting this on my paper.
Scrape off any extra. You don't need to cut on here because remember that pressure is it's gonna squeeze out.
It's gonna press it all out.
Be prepared for that. Get some paper towels nearby.
If
you're afraid of a little mess, it's gonna be okay. Anything can be cleaned. Yeah, it's all good. Okay, so I'm putting the lids back on that. I used eggplant, watermelon, and pink lemonade. Those are so pretty together.
So pretty.
And then I'm gonna put I'm gonna use white this time. And just put that right in there. And then it took us a minute too to figure out the sandwiching.
Yes.
I don't know why. We're just not
it's just
skilled.
Friday and we're just
not skilled at this today. But I think we figured it out. So the sandwich for this, embossing folders are different too. Like mine is skinnier than yours.
Yes, that's the thing. That's what we were having an issue with. Was mine is a little bit.
So I took out the green plate and we're just having the 2 other plates in here. And I'm gonna move that in here. Get a little
so I used the pink lemonade, and then you can see the sheen on my paper. And I'm just going to press it in my folder.
Okay. So see, I'm already getting a little bit on there. That's okay. It can be wiped off. Okay. Ooh, fun.
Ooh.
So look how this turned out. Isn't that fun? I have it's like a messy abstract kind of look. This is what I was going for. So you can see my different pinks and purples, and it smushes it a little bit. So if you
it gives it texture.
Yeah,
ironically,
it like blends it for you almost.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna run mine through the machine here. This takes a little muscle, so I might have to stand up. Okay, here we go.
I don't know if that was a fly.
It might be another fly and or bee.
They always have like a fly come in. They just want to craft. I don't understand.
They want to craft with us.
So I'm putting this right into the water. I do not want that texture paste to dry in there. That will just be hard to get out.
All right. Okay. Oop, mine stuck a little because it was dry. A little dry. Mine stuck a little bit, but actually...
Ooh, I like that pink on there.
Yeah.
That is pretty.
I think because I had such a thin layer, almost.
Dried
I almost
too quick.
had too little of a layer.
Okay. So you might need to add a tiny bit more.
Add a little more. I did one earlier, and it looked a little bit prettier than this, but that's okay.
So that is the embossing folder with the texture paste inside. So that's number 2. Our third technique is also with the embossing folder, but we're going to add texture paste after.
On top. Yeah. And we see Simon Hurley do this all the time, right? Yeah. So just wanted to make sure we added this in, and we already...
Yes. I already have one done.
We already embossed our papers here. I'm using just a white, and Rachel has the black, and I'm just going to go through probably with some more pink lemonade just because I like it. Maybe some...
That is really pretty.
The copper or something.
I'm going to, let's see. I got some gold, champagne gold. This will look really nice in the black. So you're just going to really dip your finger into whatever texture paste you want.
It's just like finger painting.
Yeah, just a tiny bit. And you're just going to rub on the parts that are sticking up.
And then I like to dab my finger on some scrap paper first. And then you
make sure you don't have too much.
Yeah, and then you can kind of control it a little bit better as far as how much you want on there. But yeah, you want to put it on the raised side.
Look at that gold. It just comes up so nice.
That's super pretty.
On the black. Okay. Isn't that pretty? I also will show you some other colors too, just to see what they look like. Oh, another fun thing to do is the sparkle texture paste from Ranger. This is one of their newer ones. So I'm dipping a different finger in there. Gotta keep it clean. And so this kind of goes on kind of whitish, but when it dries, it is clear and sparkly. So I'll put some of that on just so you can see what that looks like.
And you can definitely do like an ombre type effect with the different colors of pink here, or any really colors of texture paste that you have. And because with your finger you have a little bit more control of where you're putting it, so it looks really pretty.
And you have 10 fingers to play with. You don't even have to wash yet. And doing sea foam. Gonna see how this looks. This is one of my favorite colors here. And yeah, kind of test around how much pressure to put down, how much texture paste on your finger. Takes a little practice, but you'll get it.
I'm going to use some of the newest copper here. This color is really pretty, like a pen. All right.
That's a pretty color. And then I will show, let's do the Royal Flush in Solar Paste. Do some of that.
Yeah, that'll look cool on the black.
That'll look good on black. Make sure my fingers are clean. Get some of that, not too much. If you get too much on here, you can see it's kind of going in the cracks a little bit. I'm okay with that, just because I like that messy kind of look.
Yeah, mine is too, going in some of the spots, but it looks, I don't know, it just looks really pretty. I'm not really upset with it.
Isn't this so fun? Like, it looks white, but it goes on like purplish.
So that's kind of the difference. You can see it on
black. Yeah,
between like the solar paste. I don't know if you use like a lunar on there.
Okay. Isn't that pretty?
So pretty.
So this is the Royal Flush Solar Paste. This is the Seafoam Stencil Butter. And here's that sparkle texture paste. I don't know if you can see the sparkle, but it's there. And then this is the Champagne Gold up here. Isn't that fun?
That's super pretty. I like that
I
gold.
love that shine.
Yeah.
So again, great for backgrounds, cards, scrapbooking, art journals, whatever you want.
Here is, I tried to do a little bit of ombre, but it also just feels really nice and smooth. I don't know when you put it on. The Pink Lemonade and Watermelon from TCW, and then that new copper, refined copper from Simon Hurley. So you can just really play along. You can play around with them and see what colors look best. And yeah, the solar paste on the black is the way to go.
Yeah.
You can see it better. I think it was more made for that anyway. Yeah, and like Rachel said, you could use these. Would be great like card backgrounds for journaling or whatever.
Yes.
Whatever you like to do.
So fun. I love that one. And so easy. You're just embossing.
Yeah.
An embossing folder, some paper, and then just
you're basically like
tap it on
painting.
there. Yeah. It's so relaxing.
Yeah.
Like, I could do that all day.
Yeah, me too. It's a fun one.
Okay. So that was our third technique. Our fourth technique are heat bubbles.
Ooh, this is really fun.
So, let's do one of us do white, one of us do black to show.
I can do the black.
Okay. Just so you can see it on both.
Yes.
So again, I'm going to do a stencil. You can just put some down
I'll just
plain.
put some down, right on mine. I'm going to use black, and I'm going to use the copper on the black.
Ooh, yes.
Because it looks very cool with the
I'm going to use, I don't know, whatever I can find. I'll use some seafoam. Because I love it.
I'm just going to spread this on without the stencil. I want to show you what it would look like without it, since Rachel's using one with. So I think this would be a really cool technique for, obviously we're getting into fall, and I would say Halloween. This would be a cool, I like to kind of lay it on a little bit thick, but it is, you know, it's part of the drying process. So, but it doesn't take too long with the heat tool.
It doesn't take too long.
So I feel like the thicker you go on, you'll get a different type of bubbling, but we'll see.
Yeah, maybe I'll try some spots thicker.
Yeah.
Just to kind of see.
I'll do some thinner here.
Yeah, I don't know if that's just going to take longer or
right.
What. Okay. There, I got some thicker areas on there.
So now we grab our heat tool again.
This is going in the water. We're not getting up constantly to wash things. If I can fit it in there. Okay. So you just get some texture paste down, however you want to do it. And then to create heat bubbles, that's all we're doing is adding heat.
We're literally just going to add the heat.
For a long time.
Yeah.
Until you start seeing it bubble.
Mm-hmm. See this thinner spot here. I don't know if that'll even do anything.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Might not. It might have dried quick enough. When you do it thin, which looks really pretty actually.
It does.
On the
I
black.
like that on black.
And I think you gotta kind of put the heat directly on one spot for a while to get that bubbling type technique. So we'll see here. I feel like it would be such a cool Halloween type craft though to do like a bubble effect.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here it is. It's starting.
Oh, starting on the edge.
You see
Can you guys see that right down here?
Ooh.
So we're just heating it more than usual. You know,
Yeah.
you wouldn't usually heat it this much. This
It was
gives
starting.
it extra texture.
Yes.
That's really what it does.
It's so fun.
Yeah, so I have some
I
thicker
think
spots
it does
and
work
thinner.
Yeah, better with the thick.
Thicker, maybe?
I believe.
So it has more to
It's like
bubble,
a little
maybe?
bit more to play with. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a waiting game.
Oh, here's some. Here's that one.
Oh, yeah,
doing
I
it.
see it.
Yeah, I would say keep it in one spot seems to be the trick.
Mhm.
And it kind of starts to like sweat almost. It gets these little dots.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
There it is. That looks so cool.
So cool.
It almost again looks like that foil.
Yes. Yeah,
Like a
and
bubbly
it reacts
foil.
probably the same way,
Mhm.
right? Because we're doing the same type of process. Yeah, I think the thick is the way to go. Possibly.
Thicker is, yeah.
We'll show you
It has-
this,
it
you
has
guys,
more
so you
to
can
bubble.
see a little bit better. If you can see that. Very cool. I need to
Okay.
show them that. If you
Look
want.
at that. You see those bubbles all on here? Now be careful. Your paper's going to be hot.
Yeah.
Please be careful with this technique.
Yes.
So here's all the bubbles. This is not bubbled. But look at that. It gives such a fun texture.
It's so cool. Yeah.
I love it. So yeah, this one just takes a little bit of patience.
Mm-hmm.
Depending how much you do.
Mine might have dried already.
Yeah, so if
My
it
edges are
dries,
kind of getting it a little bit.
if it dries before you start putting the heat on it,
Mhm.
it's not going to work as well.
Right.
I think the trick is to start heating it right away from the beginning. What if you added just a little bit
I'm
more?
gonna add a little bit more
Yeah.
and then show you guys because I feel like the copper.
So like my thinner part over here is probably too dry.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's going to bubble. So the trick is putting it on a little bit thicker and then going right to the heat gun right away. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, they are a tiny bit. Oh, I'm starting to see some bubbles.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. Yeah, this is working.
Maybe I'm just being impatient.
Yeah, I know. This is so hard to
it
wait.
could be because I do get like that with crafts. I'm
Me
like,
too. I'm like, why is this not working?
yeah.
This is just, throw it out.
Yeah.
I was like, well, if I just would have waited like
Yeah.
1 more minute.
Bo said that is beautiful. Yeah, thank you. It does look
Yeah.
really beautiful.
Isn't that cool?
Super
I
pretty,
love
unique
it.
effect. I feel like something with that color too would be great if you had some sort of water theme.
Ooh,
So like kind
yeah.
of with the bubbles, could do or something summery or even like I don't know, reminds me of that color reminds me of like mermaids or something.
Oh, yeah.
Something.
Okay, see those over here? So I got some smaller bubbles. Not as big as over here with the thicker ones. Thicker amount of paste makes bigger bubbles. But yeah, it's just a fun thing you can play around with. I like that. And it's such an easy technique. You
Here we
can...
go.
Oh, starting to bubble.
Make
Let's
sure you
watch
guys
it.
Can see it. Can you see it on the camera?
Yeah, all around. Right there on the edge. You see
See
that?
Oh, see it right there?
Ooh.
There it goes.
Look at that go.
Isn't this cool? There it is. So
Look at that big bubble.
look at it. It's huge. Let's see if we can continue to make it big.
Or
You
is
guys
it going
see
to pop? Do you think it's
It
going to
might
pop
pop.
when it dries?
I don't know. When I was touching them when they were dry, you can,
Oh, it kind of deflated.
yeah, it
Yeah,
deflates
yeah.
a little bit, but the texture is still there. Like, you definitely still see, like, how much
Look at
heat
that
can we
one.
apply
I know.
to
I
make
don't know.
it.
How much is too much? Nothing is caught on fire, so we're good.
Yeah. So that's
Look
kind of
at that.
cool. Isn't that fun? I just feel like for Halloween or like for this copper color, you could do like, yes, the grunge, great for grunge. Yes. It almost looks like metal, right?
Oh, it does. Yeah.
So you could do like a silver or something like that and kind of get a really, really cool effect.
Another idea I just had, do a leaf, so like a leaf stencil, and then do copper or like a green or yellow, and so then you have like a textury, bubbly leaf. That's so fun.
Isn't that cool, you guys? It's a fun one, huh? So
that is number 4 of our 10 texture paste techniques. Hard to say. That's probably one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Next, we're going to do some painting.
Yay!
I'm going to get out my black art journal. This is by Dina Wakely, I think, the black one. I can never remember. And so what we're going to do is just grab some paintbrushes and texture paste, and we're just going to paint with the texture paste.
You know what's cool about this embossing one we did is that the texture paste dried and the embossing, even though we didn't heat it, it's not coming off.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a matte embossing powder if you wanted something like that. That's kind of cool. So yeah, I have my art journal also, Dina Wakely, and just gonna paint.
We're gonna paint.
I'm excited.
Don't know what we're painting, but
no, it's the best.
It's just relaxing.
I did get us a couple of these.
Oh, okay. That's smart. No, I was just gonna dip right in. But no, that's a better idea. Yes, use a palette. Then you can mix colors. Okay, I'm gonna put the palette here in the middle. We have so much paste going on here.
We can use the same.
Okay, so I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe like something sunsetty, you know?
Oh, that sounds nice.
That's kind of what I'm thinking here. I need some, gold is good. I don't have any yellow though.
Oh, here's the copper. I'm sorry, I was hoarding it.
Do you have yellow? Hang on, I have it over here.
Gold champagne. I don't know what I'm going to paint. I like kind of just painting backgrounds and whatnot.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be like something. It can, it can be a background. It could be a picture. It could be abstract. It could have no purpose at all, just to paint.
Yeah. That's my favorite kind.
Yep.
When you're just painting.
Doesn't need to have a purpose always.
Yeah, not everything has to be like
some masterpiece.
Yes, exactly.
No.
And that's kind of the purpose of this journal that I have. Because I like to just try different techniques.
Yeah.
And I don't know, just paint to paint, like you were saying.
Yeah, that's how all my art journals are. I always start them out with like, oh, this one is going to be my nice one.
Yeah.
Like, this one's going to look nice, not be messy.
Yes.
No, that never happens. They always end up messy and, I get paint. Look at this one. I have paint or something around here. I'm like, that's just how it is.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Okay, we're getting like the whole rainbow out here.
Yeah,
this looks pretty.
we're getting a lot of different pretty colors. That way, I would do this if you did want to paint with them just to start, and then you have a whole range and you don't even have to worry about it.
Yeah. So I'm going to wet my brush a little bit with some water and make sure my brush is clean.
Right.
I think there's some residue of something on there. And I'm just going to kind of start with some yellow on.
And this is just regular painting. There's really no, like, special secret to this. It's just kind of like...
No, just paint what comes to you. Does a certain color come to you? Does a certain design? What makes you happy? Sunsets make me happy.
Yeah, and because it is texture paste, I mean, this is just using it in a different way, as in, like, a different tool. So, can definitely layer with it.
Yep.
And this is a pretty blue. Look at that on the craft. It's so pretty.
I like that.
And different backgrounds too. Like Rachel with the black, mine is on the craft, so it's going to end up looking a little bit different, which makes it just unique. All right. It looks so pretty. I love this blue.
Ooh. Which blue is that?
This one here.
Is it this? No,
it's this.
Oh, okay,
I'm like summer sky, which I was thinking. I'm like, gosh, it looks like a beautiful.
It does look like a beautiful
summer sky.
That's why they must have noted that. Love it. Okay, so I started with yellow and orange, and now I'm kind of going up into pink.
I like your sunset.
So, I love sunsets. They're pretty. They're not always the same color, you know. They're not perfect, and they're just pretty little paintings in the sky.
Yeah. I got some purple here, and then you can kind of like blend the colors a little bit. It's nice using them with a paintbrush because you do have a little bit more, I feel like a little bit more of a sense of control with my paintbrush. Like, you know, the thickness, it doesn't have to be so thick. You can smooth it out really nice.
Blend really nice.
Yes.
Blend colors together if you want. What is this one? Oh, this is the fuchsia.
Yeah,
That's
super
really pretty. So I'm getting some fuchsia on there. I'm kind of just experiment. See how thick or thin you want it.
Yeah. I'm just painting to paint, like we talked about. I'm not really trying to paint anything in particular.
Yeah.
I'm just going toward the colors I like. I really like purple is one of my favorite colors, and blending it with the blue is giving like a really pretty purpley tint blue. You can kind of see that. Yeah, looks cool.
I'm gonna start going in with some blue now. That summer sky.
It's super pretty.
And
rainbow.
Yeah. And just remember, you're gonna get a different look if you use white paper, black paper, craft. So try them out. Try all of them out. I kind of want a darker one too.
Yeah, like this one you can't really see as well on my craft.
I need a turquoise here.
Ooh, that's really pretty. Look at that color. But blending it with the blue actually here is creating a sort of green.
This one got dried out.
Oh no! That was super pretty color. You always gotta make sure you put your lids on
those
tight.
caps on. Yes. That's okay. Maybe we can revive that somehow. I don't know. Another day.
Yeah. You probably could do this with the stencil. You think? Like the painting on the stencil?
Yeah.
I bet you could. So it looks pretty. I like my colors.
Okay. Yes. Just a little bit of water in there. Just a tiny, tiny bit. Just to get that moving.
Get it moving a little.
Moving and grooving here.
Because it is, you know, texture paste is nice and thick.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Bo. Yeah, these colors are just, it's really hard to go wrong when you're using, I feel like with texture paste, it's just so beautiful. I really like the TCW, the newest, like the pastel.
Oh yes, those
really pretty ones.
Pretty.
Or have like the shimmer in there, and it's just, you can't go wrong with that. I feel like you can't really mess it up.
Yeah, I feel like they're very, I don't know, easy.
Yes.
Easy to do
forgiving,
for a beginner. Yeah, forgiving.
Yeah.
That's what word I wanted.
Yes.
And I kind of noticed with the black, like some of the colors are not as bright with it. So I'm gonna kind of go back over them, maybe add some more of this blue here. Yeah, and my layers are kind of drying already too.
Yeah, texture paste dries fast. Yeah, mine's pretty dry. I'd say the yellow is the only one that didn't show up as good, yellow orange on the craft. Yep. But I mean, you still get that sheen, and then mixing it with the other colors, it just looks so pretty. I think that any type of painting is just so relaxing that it doesn't really matter, you know, like
I could do this all day.
Yeah, for sure. Do you have a favorite color, like texture paste color?
The seafoam is probably one of my favorites, and also the sad dry one.
The dry
turquoise. Turquoise is my favorite color, really.
Really,
and then all shades around it, like this. Those are my favorite colors. That's what I go to.
Yes. Yeah, I like the pinks and the purples. I wonder how this solar paste would turn up on the craft.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
I'm just curious. Let's try it and see with some... Ooh!
Ooh.
You can definitely see it on there.
Okay. I like that.
See the little shimmer?
Yeah, I didn't know if it would show up on
Yeah,
there.
I didn't know if it would either. I was just curious on the craft. And then you could probably put this even... Yeah, this is dry. I'm going to put it over my purple. So it's... Because it's kind of... what's the word? Like translucent? Is that the word? So you'd be able to see through it, but it'll give it that shimmer. Okay. Yeah, that just kind of enhances my purple color, I feel like.
Yeah.
Even more. And it did show up on the craft like a very faint. You can kind of see it. I'll show you.
I have some pearl white. Now I'm gonna add like just a little bit of clouds. Just a few little cloudy in there.
So there's the solar paste, yes, down there.
Yeah,
you can
that's
see
fun.
it. And then I even put it on top of my purple and gives that. I mean, they're already so pretty and shimmery, but you can just see it from a different angle. It looks, isn't that cool? The reflectiveness. So yeah, if you're just tuning in, we're doing 10 different ways to use your texture paste. And this is just painting with it.
Yep. So paintbrushes, use whatever you have, and just a tiny bit of water. And here's my little sunset with clouds.
I love that. Oh, it looks so pretty. Look at your clouds. I like that.
It's that pearl, so it's like a tiny bit of shimmer in there. I love it.
Yes.
Okay, so that was number 5. We have 5 more to go. I'm going to set this aside. The next one is, okay, we're putting down texture paste, and then we're watercoloring over it. Okay, so we have watercolor paper we're going to use.
We do, yes. Here it is.
Yeah, I have some embossing powder.
It's a little messy.
So
I think you can use the clear with this one.
Clear, you can use white, you can use color too. But the white and the clear looks really fun because it's almost like a resist to, so the watercolor doesn't go where that texture paste is. So grab a stencil if you want.
I'm gonna do the transparent matte again. Because I do want to see how this looks.
I'm going to do these big circles because there's a lot of fun like in between space here.
This one, let's see what I want to do.
I'm using...
Actually, I might use
a couple different kinds. We'll see.
I'm going to use the snowflake stencil.
Ooh.
Which I might use again, but snowflakes are fun, and then maybe I can watercolor blue.
Yeah. I'm going to use white. This is just cream paste from Stamperia on this side, and then I'll use a couple things because I want to see what they look like too. Different colors.
Alright, I'm just doing a nice thin layer so it'll dry nice and quick for us.
Yeah.
And again, like, you don't have to cover the entire stencil. Ooh, it's pretty.
Ooh, I like that. Okay. And then, let's see, what else do I want to use? I want to use, why not the sparkle? Let's see what this does. I don't know how this will look with watercolor over it.
Oh, the sparkle,
yeah. I don't know.
The new stuff from Temple.
I'm going to try it. You don't know until you try.
Yeah, for sure. I'm going to just apply a little heat to mine to get it going.
Okay, so this is the sparkle.
Flora said, beautiful technique. Love the quick background you got. Thanks, Flora.
Yeah. And you can always just like sit and make backgrounds for a while. You know, get out your texture paste and try these techniques. And then you have a bunch of backgrounds ready for you.
Do you know what brand the large circle die is? This one?
This is, it's either Dina Wigley or Diane Reedley. It's a Ranger one.
Ranger, yeah.
I've used it recently, and I know it's linked somewhere in my gallery.
Yeah.
But yeah,
we'll link it.
We can find it, yeah.
I think too something like this is like if you want to create backgrounds or just whatever. Sometimes you're not feeling inspired, you know, to necessarily create like a whole entire project.
Yeah.
And so I think doing stuff like this is helpful because you can still get kind of stuff done that you might want to use in the future for a project, but you don't have like the pressure of completing like, oh, I need to make a card with this, or I need to make a, you know, scrapbook layout. So I really like these type of things for that.
Me too.
Nice. So you used 3 whole different ones, right?
Yeah. So I have just regular texture paste. I have a sparkle paste with some pink residue of something in there, and just regular blue stencil butter. So you want to make sure it's dry completely.
Yeah. Mine's almost there, but I do have some like over here is dry. I have like sparkles on my hands.
We're not going to dry it all the way to bubbling. We're not going to do bubble
just
on here.
Like a light. And
I guess you could if you wanted to, but
with the bubbling too, you apply like direct heat in one spot. With this, you do like what Rachel's doing, like the back and forth, because you don't want it to be, you don't want it to overheat. So. I never can get like a nice thin clean layer.
No, I know.
I don't know why. I'm always trying to get like
it always goes on thicker than you think it's gonna go. Yeah. This glitter one I feel like takes a tiny bit longer to dry. I don't know why.
And that one dries clear, right? Yeah, that one's fun. So it dries completely clear, but then you can still see the sparkles.
No, I love it. Looks really nice on black.
Yes, it does.
Okay, that's dry. This is close.
Get my paintbrush ready here.
This is close. We're almost there. Let's see. Okay. So I have, let's see, I got some watercolors. These are, we just got these in a little bit ago. They are from, I can't even pronounce it, Yasumoto something, and Spellbinders. So Spellbinders is kind of working with them to get these out. So this is like a nice palette. A lot of great colors.
Super pretty.
And then I also got one of their brushes too, the Fusion brush, size 5. This is a really nice brush. But really, you can use all kinds of things for watercolors. If you have distress inks, like oxide inks, those are great. And you really should have some clean water.
Yes.
That I don't have.
Any type of water-based ink, really, if you have, will do.
I'm just going to take off this lid so it's not in the way. And then you won't get that shine.
Use some blue.
Yeah, so then once your texture paste is dry, you're literally just going to paint on some watercolor.
All right.
And
so go right
the idea is that it will just, the raised part, it will just kind of fall off of that and not stick to it as much.
It definitely adds, you can definitely see it, the snowflake. I might add a little bit more water here. Here we go.
So I'm going to do some greens, some blues.
So look at that.
Add in some more water. Ooh, yeah.
It's a little light, but add some darker blues here. Some water. I think the key is adding enough water, right?
Yeah,
so
you need lots of water here to keep it moving. And then once you kind of get it how you like, you can even grab a paper towel and kind of dab off the places that you want it to be not as watercolored. So like that raised part, I'm kind of just dabbing that. Look at that. Isn't that fun? That's with the regular white texture paste. I'm going to go in over here with my stencil butter. I have not tried it with stencil butter before, but today's the day to try.
There you go.
Let's see what that looks like. Ooh, that actually just kind of rolls right off that even more.
Nice.
Okay.
Works well.
So stencil butters work great for this too. So just dab on your watercolors. And I'm just kind of wiping off a little bit of that excess. And there it is with stencil butter. Isn't that fun? Okay, now going in with the sparkle. I don't know if that's all the way dry. Mostly dry. Let's do, maybe let's do some pink in there because we've been using a lot of blues. Ooh, I like those snowflakes.
I think I forgot I was on the live, and I was just like, hey, I'm like, oh, wow, look at this.
Yes.
I got mesmerized by it.
Yeah.
Because look at how cool this is. I found the more water, so you can see that's the paste.
Yeah.
The more water I applied, the easier it kind of rolled off that clear, transparent paste.
So if it's too dry, it's not gonna,
Yeah, if the paint is going on too thick and you're like, oh, I don't like that much, just apply some water like this on here, and it'll just go right off of it. How cool is this, you guys? This is a fun one.
It's so relaxing, too.
It really is, since I, like, blacked out for a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, so look how cool. Look at the snowflakes. Yes. Look at the circle. Wow,
So here's a glitter one. I like that.
Very cool.
Yeah. I'm just dabbing off that little bit of the extra.
This looks cool, too, though.
I like
the paste.
That. Yeah. So there are all different kinds of possibilities. Any kind of texture paste. Just put it down and then watercolor over it.
Yeah. Super
so
cool.
Fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was... We're only in technique 6.
That's okay. We're doing it, guys.
Okay, number 7. We are going to texture paste and then die cut it.
Oh, yeah.
This is fun. Okay, so one of us will do white, one of us will do black. I'll do some black.
Okay. Sorry,
just so you can see what it looks like.
And this actually won't
should be pretty,
take too long because the texture paste dries so quickly. I'm going to use a little bit of copper here, and then I'm just going to...
Here's some more paper towels.
Yes.
I'm already ran out.
There you go. I know. Find a nice thin layer.
I'm going to do... I forgot what dyes I was going to do. Let's see. Oh, yeah, leaves. I was going to do some leaves. Here's some green. And tangerine, maybe? We'll see how this looks.
I think the nice part, too, about stunning technique with the watercolor. Isn't that cool, Flora? Yeah. Yeah, Bo said, too, that's a cool technique,
It's very fun.
That turned out very cool.
Yeah.
That was a very cool.
I like that one.
I like that a lot.
So I'm just going to spread out some texture paste. I got some green on here.
That's super pretty.
I'm going to do...
Sorry.
I tangerine.
Have some dyes here from Hero Arts that we just got in. And this is a really nice dye and stamp set. And it has these cute little pine cones, so I'm going to cut those out in this copper. But this is a really nice set. It has all these different holiday sayings on there for you, especially for card makers. And it includes, like, Christmas, New Year's, but also some, like, Thanksgiving type stuff also. So it's great for the holidays. And it comes with all these dyes. I think even more. I think I dropped one here. All these beautiful... the pine cones, and then all these different leaves, and you can kind of like create your own wreaths and whatnot with them. And what's great about doing the texture paste like this is that it dries so quickly when you do a nice thin layer. So then I'm just gonna die cut this out.
I'm gonna dry mine. I did mine a little bit thicker.
Just felt like this would be the perfect color to make cute little pine cones. And then this way, when you do have these intricate dyes like this, obviously you can color them after, but I love ones like this that are just solid. Oh yeah. I thought that was in there.
Nope. I stole it.
All right, here we go. But yeah, when you have dyes that are just like the shape or like florals, you can color them after, like with watercolors or whatever, really. But I think this is such a nice and like easy. It's a little easier, you know, like color it first and then die cut it. And then you don't have to worry about coloring it after. You're getting all the little bits. Yeah, okay. So let's see. Look at these pine cones.
Oh my goodness. I love
Look
that
how
copper.
cute. I know, the copper is like perfect.
I love
Technique.
it. I have some pink fresh dyes. These are leaves. Perfect for fall. And why do I have pink?
No, I
have
have
pink
paper
texture
all
paste
over
on
my
me.
or paint. I know, all over.
It's getting on everything.
Here it is on the white, guys. You can see how cute those are.
Oh, I love it.
Aren't those adorable? They're beautiful. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. And then these you can obviously use on a card or whatever you'd like. So yeah, I really like that technique. And then what's different with this rather than your inks or colored markers or whatever you use is you're going to get that really pretty shimmer.
Yeah.
So it's going to be, I don't know, you just get that little extra shine. And people are going to be like, how'd you do that? What kind of pen did you use? You're going to be like, I use texture paste. But when you do it like this, you get that nice thin layer when you apply it on your paper beforehand. And you don't have to really worry about it getting too thick or anything like that.
Hang on. Try it this way.
Sometimes it's harder to crank than others.
This.
Okay,
Okay, there we go.
Just had to start it off.
I was doing it at a really weird angle. Okay. Are we done with this, I think? Right?
I think so.
Okay.
And then something like, yeah, I know this die cut. Isn't this a nice die? It shows all the little details of like, you can see the little etches. You can see it better off my hand here. I need a little. So, and then you get all these other dies with this set too, you guys. This is a really fun one, and you can make the pine cones, different like wreath type for card making, and like so you could use something like this, but do like a green, because this is kind of like a pine. You could do like a green texture paste or darker green, something like that. Or you could do like what Rachel's doing, and you have the layered dyes, which are nice, and then you can do different colors one on top of the other.
Die pick.
No, I think I had the little tweezers over there.
Yeah,
I thought.
Oh, I found some.
Got it?
I was trying to use a paintbrush, so that wasn't working.
Yeah, it's hard when it has like the little holes. I don't know if this one, I think, just has the detail of the pine cone.
Look at these leaves.
They're so cute. Yeah, then you can layer them, right? On top.
Yeah.
Or you don't even have to.
Or you don't have to, yeah.
They're very pretty on their own.
Look at that. So my texture paste wasn't all the way dry. So I kind of got that all over, but that's okay.
Thanks, Jennifer. Yeah, that's it. It's a super easy technique and it's just different. Like you don't normally see die cuts with such a shimmer and shine. Look at how
shimmer
pretty.
and shine. And then you can layer it then too if you wanted to.
Yep.
Look at that.
Oh, so pretty.
I like that.
Yeah.
So fun.
Nice.
Okay. This definitely needs to be washed. Our poor plates.
That's okay. We just got in some new plates if you need them for your big shot. We have replacements of those, so we'll link those also. Yes. We'll probably
need to replace ours. We have not replaced them ever.
Bo said, "Wow, that's gorgeous." Yeah,
thank
the
you.
leaves are super pretty.
Okay, so next, we have stamping.
Do we have the stamps?
I have. This is all that I grabbed out.
Okay.
Yep.
This is, again, going with our like fall theme kind of here. We have the new Tim Holtz stamps, the leaves.
And this is one that we're like, I wonder if this is going to work. Let's try it and just see.
Yeah.
So this is not going to get you a super crisp and clear image.
I wouldn't use it with like words or anything like that, because it's not for that. I think it's a really pretty technique. I think it's more just used for if you want more of like kind of a rustic type look.
Yeah.
But I think it's beautiful. I'm excited to show you guys.
So I would just get a paintbrush and then you're just going to paint on whatever color you want to stamp with. So I've done it with the copper before and that's really pretty. So I'll show you that.
And I actually think the second stamp is really pretty.
Yeah.
So the first stamp is great, but I think the second one,
yeah.
I don't know. And then these stamps too from Tim Holtz, they're so detailed, and they already have that kind of rustic feel with the leaves that it just works really well with these.
Yeah. And then you just stamp.
You just stamp like normal.
Stamp.
Oh, cool. Oh, look at that.
So fun. Look at that texture.
So, yes.
Nice.
It looks kind of real, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I
it
did
looks
a really
like a
light.
real leaf.
Yeah. I love that.
I love this copper. Yeah, so do make sure if you're stamping with texture paste to clean it off right away. You don't want that to dry on there. This is, it's really fun to do with leaves. I think it would be okay with some florals.
Yeah.
I think bigger images would just be better.
I think bigger
in general. Not any of the tiny super stuff, tiny stuff. So this is gonna be right in the water. Well, our water bath is getting a little full.
It's not. We don't have enough water.
We need more water there. That's okay. So yeah, that's stamping with texture paste.
Yeah.
Super simple and easy.
Yeah.
Pick whatever colors you want and paint it on.
Yeah, I think you could make a really pretty background for like a card or a scrapbook layout, especially with the leaves. And you could use the different leaves and do like a bunch.
Different colors, layer them on. I really like the different shapes of the leaves.
Yeah. Super cool.
Okay, so next we are going to be mixing. We have some different ideas of how to mix, but one of them is mixing color sparks with, if I can find it.
Yeah, that's
this one. It's the super thick gel from the Crafters Workshop. Yeah.
I've done this technique before, and I love it. Here's a clean one here we can use.
Are you doing on white or black?
I'll do whatever. I'll do it on black.
Okay.
I like the black. So you get your super thick gel, and this dries clear and shiny. And what you do here is I like to just get a big gob of it. And then, so I'll get some here. I'll just get us separate globs in case we want to do different colors.
Separate globs.
Separate globs.
It's very handy to have a paint palette.
Yes. And then you can grab your color sparks. I love this technique.
So color sparks, if you don't know what they are, it's a powdered pigment. I know there are other brands out there, but we really like this one. They're very pigmented. You don't need a lot. And so it's dry.
Literally just squirting a little bit.
Yep, hair right here.
Oops, I'm sorry.
Just didn't want that to get involved with our mixing.
What color do you want?
I'm thinking to go blues.
There you go.
I'm just going to grab some of these out.
I chose a purple, so I'm going to just get a clean brush here.
Turquoise, yes.
And the cool thing about the color sparks is that they're this dry powder, right? So, kind of want to show them.
Yeah.
You can see how it's already reacting. There's going to be different colors in there. So, it's not just going to be purple. It's going to be like, oh my gosh, look at how pretty, you guys.
Ooh, yeah.
This is
and since it's a dry thing that you're putting into the texture paste, it does not make your texture paste too watery.
Yes.
So it stays the same consistency.
Exactly.
Just what you want.
Look how pretty this purple is. It's like a really pale. And keep mixing it because it does have those different colors in there, different pigments.
Yep. I put turquoise and the Terra Verde, both of them in this.
Nice.
Just to see.
Look at that. And it's such, the color sparks are just such a beautiful, vibrant color.
Oh, I like that.
I might try this Merlot. Ooh. And you only need a little bit. Like, a little goes a long way. Oh, it's so pretty.
Oh, I love that.
Isn't that beautiful? So I'm going to use it on some black, and I'm going to grab a stencil really quickly here. I'm going to try this. I'm going to mix this one. This fuchsia, and yeah, this, or the Merlot, the wine one.
The wine one.
Has a little bit of, like, blues in there, so just, it's just so beautiful. I just love how.
That's so pretty.
Yeah, isn't that great?
So that's the turquoise and that green. And then you can really play around with what colors you mix. And your texture paste will still stay the same consistency when you mix it like this. But don't let that limit you.
Yeah.
Because you can mix whatever you want. This is a mixing party.
Yeah. I'm just applying. I just have my paintbrush that was already kind of dirty, so I'm just going to put that on there. I'm going to grab
I'm gonna grab something else. I'm gonna grab some fuchsia. I don't know. Just see what
the only thing is I always feel like I don't have enough.
I know.
Because I didn't. Like, you want to make sure you have a lot of the clear on there so that you do.
What if you do it with color, though? Is it gonna show up?
Yeah, I mean, just like starting out, like make sure you have a big glob because I feel like I'm already out of my pretty purple color.
Is there a pink?
This is the pink eye. This is like the Merlot I made.
Oh. Okay. I think
there might be.
I don't know if there's like
it's like a red.
Yeah, maybe I'll try Merlot. Make sure your lids are always back on.
Yes.
Because these powders, they can get everywhere. That's not a fun day. So I'm going to put some of the Merlot. Oh, I love it.
Look at that.
Look at that on black.
How pretty.
I love it on black.
And we just made those colors.
Yep.
Like, we
custom
just
colors.
Customized that ourselves.
Yep.
So that's super beautiful. And throw that in our bucket if it'll reach.
And grab another paintbrush.
I love the idea of like, oh, you're putting it in a color.
Yeah, I'm trying this out. So this is fuchsia stencil butter with the Merlot. Ooh, and you get those little specks of like all different colors.
I love the color sparks. I think that they're just so unique. And look at that. Gosh, that's pretty. That's pretty. And I love making my own colors, whether that's with inks or now here, obviously you can do that with the color sparks and even the texture paste. So that's super fun.
I like that.
That's awesome.
It's like, yeah, you can still see those little specks of.
There's like little strips of like blues or.
That is pretty.
That's so fun.
Yeah, so that's mixing in color sparks with texture paste.
Yeah.
There you go. Another thing that you can mix. I was gonna do some of the sparkle texture paste and just mix it with something.
Yeah. Why not?
How about you choose something? Like two other things to mix. What else would you mix?
I like this green.
Yeah.
Maybe with the sparkle paste would be pretty.
Actually, that would be pretty. Here, I'll give you some
thanks.
Clean sparkle there.
Thanks.
I'm gonna get some clean sparkle here.
It always
comes out so fast. Yeah. What if I mixed this sparkle paste with
that color?
A solar paste.
Oh yeah. Let's do it.
Let's try it. I'm gonna have to put that on black though. Get a black.
Put this aside because I like.
There are no rules to mixing, you know.
No,
just
not at all.
Just see what happens. Okay, so this is
like a turquoisey. The green turned out really pretty, like a seafoam almost. Look at that green.
Look at that blue.
Ooh, the sparkle. That's super pretty.
Oh, I like that. So whenever you're using the solar paste, if you want to see that color right away, use it on black. What brand is a sparkle paste? It is the Distress Ranger, Tim Holtz.
It's brand new.
Sparkle. It's in that holiday collection.
We'll link that too, though.
It's. Ooh, I really like it with the beluga because you get that blue, but then you're also getting the sparkle in there. When this dries, you won't see the white though.
You won't see the white, but you'll see the blue. So
yeah,
you'll see the
blue
green on mine. And I'm thinking I might use this and die cut out some sprigs because how pretty is this green for like a Christmas card?
Yes.
Look at that, you guys. I mean, that turned out really
I'm going to
cool.
put it on white too just to show you. You're not going to see that bluish color, but you'll still see like that sparkle. So I'm just putting it on here over my other blue. And don't be afraid to layer stuff either. Okay, so you can kind of see that there. That's right there. Let me dry this so that you can see how it looks. Oh,
super cool.
Find the dryer.
Yeah, I'm gonna end up die cutting out this because we'll see how it dries, but I'm really liking this pale type green color. And I'll probably pair it with these pine cones. How pretty is that gonna be? To make like a pretty wreath or something. So something like that.
What powder did we add? We add the
that is all Color Sparks brand. Did you add to the sparkle paste? Okay, so that was Terra Verte. So it's just a green, right? Is that how you say it right?
Yeah, Terra Verte was added to the
sparkle. So that
texture paste.
Texture paste has the sparkle in it, but this has the actual color. So this would dry clear on its own, but you include the color, and then it'll give it that.
Yeah.
How pretty.
So this isn't dried all the way, but you see where this part is that's drier. It's just that blue, and then you see that sparkle in there. Isn't that so fun?
Super.
You can create so many different unique colors and different combinations.
And that would be really cool for like a nighttime scene. Like a nice dark sky. It's really pretty.
I love it. Okay, so that was number 9. And we're finally at number 10
over.
of our 10 techniques for texture paste. Our last one is layering. We are going to have fun with layering.
Yeah.
Running out of room to put this stuff.
I know.
I'm going to put this over here. So with layering, I'm going to start off with just a smooth layer of something. I will probably go, actually I probably will start, actually I might have that on top. I don't know,
because
I'm trying to figure out
some. Also, just so you can see.
Maybe we'll go.
I mean, we do layering all the time.
I know.
You spell that. The color
sparks. The color sparks.
It's just the word color, COLOR, and then capital SPARX.
Yeah, X.
It's an X at the end.
Yeah. So if you search for that those colors will come up.
Yes. And they do come in packs of 3, which is nice.
Which is nice, yeah.
So
I wouldn't know what colors to get. Like, what goes with what? They do
it for you. Yeah. They do that for you, so you don't have to worry about that.
Okay, I'm gonna put down a light layer of watermelon, and I'm just gonna make like a smooth layer with my palette knife.
I'm going to go back to the pink lemonade because I love it.
I love that color. Yes.
I don't know why I'm so drawn to the pink lemonade today.
Because it's kind of warm out today.
Yeah, it is feeling
kind of summery.
Hot here. What's the weather like where you guys are at?
Yeah.
It's like almost 80 here, which is
weird for September. I know, it's like in the morning it's cold.
Yeah.
It could be like 50 degrees, but afternoon is summertime, apparently.
Yeah.
I say that I'm gonna put it on lightly, layer, but I always go a little bit thicker. It's hard.
It's just so fun with the texture paste to make it thick, you know.
It's just the feeling of it.
Yes,
so nice.
It is kind of satisfying. It's like a smooth feeling.
So when you are layering different texture pastes, you do want to make sure they are dry in between. Otherwise, they will smudge or blend together. Ask me how I know. I'm usually very impatient, and I'll just start on my next layer, and I'm like, oh, it'll get all smudgy. Well, I didn't wait.
Yeah.
But if you like that look, that's fine. You know, if you want a smudgy, distressed look, go for it.
Yeah, I think, too, if you want to layer, do a color like this and then set it aside and then start working on something else and you can wait for it to dry. If you have other things to work on, I find that helps me cut through the impatientness that I have.
Yeah.
I love these pink colors. They're so nice.
I could see my little finger spot.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll go over that with another one.
I know. I did the same thing.
Okay. So here's my first layer. Dry, I think. Hopefully.
It's dry enough.
Dry enough. Now I'm going to do another layer with the brick stencil. Very pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time I usually like to stay in the same color family when I'm layering. You can do however you want. Do whatever colors you're drawn to. I might do the fuchsia on top of this. I think that'll look pretty.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
All right.
I have so many leaves. I don't know if you can see this.
I know, mine too.
Instead of cleaning them off, I'm just grabbing a new one just to be quicker. And now I'm running out of palette knives. Actually, this one had that color on it. So
there you go.
fine.
That'll do. Are we still?
Okay. Oh, it says no signal for this. Hang on.
Oh, that does dry pretty quick.
Does it? Okay. Let me text our tech.
Hold on.
Okay, he's coming. So I think just our down camera, maybe it's ran out of power, or no?
Well,
We'll just craft up here.
Here's my pretty pink.
Okay, everybody, we're just gonna...
Shimmer.
Oh, there we go.
Yay!
We're back.
Yay!
Okay, so... You guys are still here. Good. All right. I'm gonna go on my second layer here of fuchsia.
I'm gonna use some of this eggplant.
Ooh, that's a pretty color.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm just putting this down. You can tape down your stencils if you want, or you can just go at it. A lot of times when you start putting it down, it stays put for the most part.
Just do a section here so you guys can see. And layering, I mean, we do layering all the time when we do crafts. That's our main like technique, I feel like, with anything, with scrapbooking or paper crafting.
Always layering, yep.
But you can, of course, do it with your... Oops, see, mine wasn't dry out.
Yeah, yeah.
But, I mean...
It gives it a unique look, yeah.
Yeah. You get the idea.
I bet you mine's probably not all the way dry either. We're
Ooh,
gonna
that
find out.
It's really pretty with it, though.
Let's take that off. Ooh. I like that. So I did a light pink underneath.
Super pretty.
Dark pink on top. This is going in the water. We need more water.
We don't have enough of.
And then on top of this, I'm gonna go with the sparkle paste.
Ooh, nice.
Because it's a nice topper. It's a nice top layer. This needs to dry though first. Otherwise, we'll get all smushy.
I know mine got a little smushy, so I'm just letting it dry. But
I like the purple on that.
Yeah, the purple looks really pretty actually, though, with the pink. And you could also use different. You don't have to have it all be the texture paste. You could do like, I don't know, like some washi tape or whatever. That's what I love about art journaling too.
Yeah, use whatever you want. I also like to layer, like, I'll put watercolor down and then texture paste down as my background, and then I might go into like a photo or a film art pieces or whatever.
Or as we saw, the clear paste and then the watercolor, which was really cool. Bo said, "Ooh, that's so pretty." Yeah, I like that pink a lot.
There's so many possibilities with texture paste, but so we try just to narrow it down to 10 for this video. There are a lot more. Believe me. Did you need this or
no?
Okay,
I'm okay.
I think we're mostly dry. We'll see.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna put this on with something. Running out of stencils that are clean.
Yeah.
I do have this one.
Is that dry?
Mostly. Mostly.
I'm just gonna watch right now.
We're gonna put this on. This could be disastrous. We'll see.
You're doing the sparkle now?
Yeah, I'm doing the sparkle with hopefully a clean knife. That's not clean. I need a cleaner knife. I need more paper towels.
There you go.
Texture paste is like, I always find it in random air. I'll find it on my elbow and just
Yeah.
everywhere.
I know.
Like,
Like,
it
like
just gets
colors on us that
everywhere.
you haven't even used.
I
You're like, what's
know.
going on?
Okay, so again, this is a sparkle texture paste from Ranger, and it dries clear. That's why it's really nice.
Yes, that is perfect for layering.
And then this very used stencil, as you can see. I'm just gonna go on top and add some here.
You know what's a good stencil though, and it's been worn in.
I know,
it's been
right?
used. So
It's been used a lot.
mhm.
Yep.
Ooh,
And
pretty.
my other layer wasn't dry all the way. That's okay.
Well, that's smart. You did it just in the corner.
Yep. And then I also want to show you what the black looks like on top, because that's fun too. If I can find it.
Oh yeah.
So this is also new. It's in
Almost
the
forgot about that.
Halloween collection. I know. I don't know why I didn't use it yet today, but this is really
Forgot
fun.
about it. This one's really fun.
So
Might use
I'll
that
just kind of
one
add that in
later
another
sometime.
corner.
I love this black texture paste. It's matte, so it's not shiny or
Yeah.
anything. So it just gives a really cool, kind of grungy type feel.
Yeah, I love it.
Ooh.
Look at that.
That's
Layers.
cool.
3 layers. You can go more. You can do as many layers as you want. As you can see, my second layer was not all the way dry. Smudged, but that's okay. I will just have a
paper towel.
smudgy, distressy look. Okay. I really like the black on that.
The black's really pretty with the pink. I like that a
Mhm.
lot.
And then this will dry clear though when it's done.
Mhm.
But right now it looks white. White would actually be good on the top layer too.
That's perfect, Bosa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just did my 2 layers because mine were taking a while to dry here. I didn't want to smudge because I already smudged my pink. So
Yeah.
we'll see. I
You
might
don't
do
want it
something
smudgy
more.
like mine.
Yours is pretty. I like that pink,
I like
man.
that.
All right.
So this is all ready for whatever. A card,
Mhm.
art journal. Actually, a lot of the stuff I'm going to probably put in my art journal.
Yeah,
After.
for sure.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Okay. Those were our 10 techniques.
10 techniques.
We like to review them.
Yes.
We did stencils with
the
texture
embossing
paste and
powder.
embossing powder over
Yes.
top. And then we did, oh, we're still looking now. You want to switch it?
Which way?
To just our heads.
Oh, yes.
And then we did the embossing folder where we put the texture paste inside. And then we did, there we go.
Like that? Okay.
And then we did embossing folder afterwards when we just put it on with our fingers. And then we did heat bubbles. And then we did painting.
Mm-hmm.
And then we did texture paste. And then we watercolored over it. And then we did texture paste and then die cut it out.
Mm-hmm.
And then we stamped with it. And then we mixed it. And then we layered. So many fun things.
A lot of stuff, yeah.
So when this is done, we'll write out the 10 different things we did,
Yes.
and I can put like the timestamps in there so you can actually
Yes.
go to them.
Yeah, there
Might be
you
a
go.
little bit easier. But yeah, thanks for joining. We hope we've inspired you to get out your texture paste.
Yes.
And try out some of these techniques.
Yeah, and play around and try something new. Hopefully you
Yeah.
learned something new today. And yeah, that's all. We'll see you next week for another class.
Yeah. Thanks
Have a
for
good-
joining.
Have a good weekend.
Bye.
Bye, guys.